Hi, I'm Linda May. I'm the founder and Archdruid Priestess of Druids of the Light. I am also a reader for Crystal Magic Psychic Center here in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm here today to talk to you about this new moon period that begins this Friday, June 9th at 6:16 p.m. Arizona time, which right now is the same as Pacific Daylight Time. We have a new moon when the sun and moon are considered conjunct, and this represents the end of one lunar cycle and the beginning of another. So what this means is astrologically, both the sun and moon are in the same sign, and on Friday, they will both be in Cancer. So the new moon is also a time of fresh starts because it's the beginning of the new lunar cycle, and the new moon in Cancer is usually a time when we focus on home and family, and they're very significant. And because Cancer is a water sign, it also focuses on emotions and nurturing yourself as well as others. So the moon is also the ruler of Cancer, which is right at home in this particular placement. So there'll be a little bit more harmony because of that. It is nice when the ruling planet is in the sign that it's ruling. So anyway, empathy and compassion are very strong at this time, and this particular lunar cycle is beginning with a sextile, a sextile to Uranus, and that's the planet of change. And sextiles and trines are very harmonious aspects, so this is really a wonderful time to use that Uranian energy for things, and it's a great time to get started on birthing new ideas and charging ahead. Uranus will help you with all of that. And since Uranus produces the unexpected, do stay tuned for some surprises because that is most likely to happen over the weekend. So this is also the season of summer now, which officially began last month on June 20th, just before the full moon on the 24th, if you remember. And the summer solstice heralds in the time of the greatest light. So this is the greatest light outside of us with the longest day, and it's also the time of the greatest light within ourselves. So it's a time to purify ourselves and celebrate that light of consciousness within ourselves. And it's also a balancing time between the light half and the dark half of the year. So we find that balance within ourselves at this time also. And the balancing brings our attention from the outer world to the inner world, and from the circumference, therefore, to the center. And as such, we are reflecting the light of the heavens to others. And it's also a time to be looking at the growth that we've achieved and to be aware of the harvest to come. For example, if crops were planted in the spring, they're all growing really well now, and it's really nice to be continuing to nurture them so that they can come to fruition. And that's true of all of our crops, whether it's actual gardens as well as the things that we planted and started with the spring. So as I've mentioned, the traditional Celtic calendar is based on the moon cycles, with the new year beginning at Samhain. And that's October 31st. And so the tree for this period, based on the Celtic Tree calendar, is the vine. And that's a picture. And that's the picture from this deck here, the Celtic Tree Oracle that I've been using. Very beautiful cards, very beautiful messages. And in this case, the vine is known for abundance and bringing things to fruition and celebrating. And it also has an element of prophecy about it. So we can use this energy when birthing our new ideas and then going forward with them. And as you can see, that is in alignment with what we were talking about with the summer season and all of that. So just fits perfectly. So the next thing I want to do, and with this card, it's also, I'm reminded to remember to be grateful for your successes and achievements, and that brings in even more, as gratitude always does. So now I'm going to draw an animal card from this deck, the Druid Animal Oracle deck. And the card, let's see what it will be. It's the Boar. So interestingly, the Boar stands for leadership and being able to take a stand. So the way this fits in is the Boar also stands for this warrior energy, but I like to think of the warrior energy sort of like the ability to come to peace with ourselves, because oftentimes our minds are warring and we're sort of fighting with ourselves on where we are. And part of that coming to center and bringing in the light of the summer and all of that is helping us to recognize that we are the leaders. We are the ones that make the choices. We are the ones that can take a stand when necessary, when it's for the greatest good, or charge in and do what needs to be done when that's needed. So we always check in, what's in the greatest good, and then the Boar gives us the strength to go forward and do whatever it is we need to do. It's a wonderful card to have at this time with the new moon and Uranus and the summer and all the harvest and everything coming along with that. So it fits right in. And now finally, the message from our little Whispering Woods Oracle deck. Okay, and the card that I get is opportunities. Opportunities. So unfurl like a fern, even without sunlight. So that's part of us, everything coming into fruition, to making sure our harvest is all in alignment, making sure our plants are watered, and that's our inner plants and the things that we've decided to do, as well as the outer plants. So all of that is the message for this particular new moon period. And I will be back in a few weeks to tell you about the full moon. And in the meantime, if you'd like a psychic reading, be sure to check out crystalmagicpsychiccenter.com. You can make appointments right on the website with the reader of your choice. I mean, I'd love it if you choose me, but honestly, every reader here is excellent, so I highly recommend you looking at that. And if you would like to know more about Druids of the Light itself, you can find us on Facebook as well as on our website, which is druidsofthelight.org. So blessings of the new moon to you. May your harvest grow strong and well.